Hello everyone, welcome to a continuing episode of the MTG Arena Run. As promised, I decided to continue off when we were down to the last few wins. I actually was concerned there were a lot of people complaining, oh, I'm not getting anywhere. Turns out it was actually just some two days in. Actually, did have a big sweep on this level, so let's see how much further we can go. Over the long run, it turns out that, well, with very few exceptions, namely Karn and Ral, all the planeswalkers, there are some that are really obvious you want to play, but everything else is what I would call situational. As in, you can't just keep a hand based on the planeswalker. You have to be very flexible. Like, let's take this hand for example. We definitely want to keep this because we're one colored mana away from this. We run the risk of getting wrecked, so we're probably gonna dump these two if ever. As much as they say Kasmina's relatively good, Nicol Bolas is very good, we're nowhere near casting this. And my experience is also, you're better off not mulling. You always have a play. Now, on when is the optimal turn to drop a card? I'd say turn 2 if you have a very good turn 3 follow-up. What would that turn 3 follow-up be? Probably Jiang Yanggu. That's a very good follow-up. Let's see what. I wouldn't call Ral a good follow-up or what. No, not Ral. Tybalt not so great. Huatli not so great. Teferi is a very good follow-up. Basically, you drop him and you have someone to protect him already. So those are the cases you do want to 2-drop. Now, I already said I'm probably going to drop Kasmina. Change of plans. I'm definitely going to drop Nicol Bolas. That was always the plan. But I might keep Kasmina. Reason... Oh, this is actually very interesting. This gun can't be blocked, period. Everything's a creature token. So, the reason being, I can use her to filter my mana. I'm definitely looking for white. Black is kind of my second place. So, this one can't be blocked at all, but I'm taking 4 damage here. So, like I said, I'm gonna play Kasmina. I'm gonna keep Forest because Jiang Yanggu, as I mentioned. Nissa is the... Okay, let's cast an impossible number. If you're gonna cancel, just drop an impossible number. Okay, so there's our black mana. We definitely want to keep that. Blue, if you're gonna keep, you're gonna keep up to triple, and that's really only for Jace. So I could swing right now. Basically, it means Kasmina gets hit. I'm gonna hold. Would still prefer white over... In fact, we might still get that shot. I could do... If I can keep Kasmina alive, that's one additional Kasmina trigger. Opponent, thankfully, is not getting the mana he needs to take advantage of Living Twister. Yes, I know this can't be blocked at all. It's just that I want to protect Kasmina at this point because I have a very good follow-up. Thankfully, no other pirates, so there's something I kind of want to block. Let's see what our opponent does, though. Okay, there's another forest. So, let's trigger Kasmina first. Now that she's gone, it's flexible. Be very careful. You're about to discard a card. I'm gonna drop the forest because double swamps gives us Liliana. That said, let's just give someone vigilance.
I will lend you my strength.
And there's my show of dominance. I'm tempted to drop another 2-drop, but we're slightly at parity. At least on our turn, we're at parity. So I'm going to hold up. I'm gonna hold this up a bit. Our opponent's gonna be going for Gideon at this point. Flying Hexproof. Actually, our opponent now has mana to return the lands back, so he's not stuck. Okay, got red, but I'm gonna go for the black. Let's go for Kaya. Let's take advantage that Kaya can nuke this one.
Monsters know better than to hide under my bed.
Definitely want keep the vigilance. So next turn our opponent is pressed to actually hit Kaya. Well, Ugin will do that. Actually, Ugin's actually a very good counter to Gideon, so he might just take out Gideon instead. Perfectly. It's relatively fine in my estimation. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's hit our 7 first. We don't need triple planes. Okay, that's nice. Next, exile this one before he starts recooling his stuff. Then take advantage. You take advantage of our planeswalker sniper. So we made the best use of Kaya at least. Opponent discarded his planeswalkers also because, again, well, Saheeli is what I would consider conditional too. So opponent's gonna make tokens, but we can still keep swinging for defenses here. Well, we could also just ruin our opponent's day.
I am not going to sit this way. Might be a bad idea.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're gonna make a 5 drop. Yeah, that's usually enough to end the game. That's usually very enough to end the game at that rate. That's also the case where you know the writing's on the wall. I've already quit a few games where I'm behind by 2 planeswalkers, especially if the planeswalkers have synergy with each other. That's a key difference. If they're just ticked down to their last legs, they're not exactly in consideration. Okay, so we're probably not gonna. We're definitely not casting Route. We're probably not gonna cast Obnixilis, but again, gives us a key plan. So we're looking out for either the red planeswalkers or the green planeswalkers. Domri also counts. There's a blue, but okay, let's just drop this one first. So we're probably gonna be playing regular Momir while our opponent is probably not. So we might be a little behind on this one, but it's okay. Now, traditional Momir without the added planeswalkers, yeah, you want to be dropping a 3. Here, dropping a 2 is relatively fine. Okay, so we have a plan for planeswalkers. So, gonna drop the double red. I'm also not gonna drop something because we can take. If our opponent doesn't drop something with 2 or more power at turn 2, I'm willing to take the hit. There's also a good number of defenders, so we can wait it out a bit also. Also, if we're trying to remove it, we're not going to remove it with a 2 drop. It's usually a 3 drop. So, Captain Landry Storm's a very good one. Definitely want to get hit turn 4 Nahiri, but we have the problem that our opponent's accelerating on a really high pace, so now's a good time to drop our 3 drop. I will discard 1 planes. And survey says Elvish Rejuvenator. Not too bad. Okay, so we are. Okay, we're in. Yeah, let's get the forest. Again, this is not the best. We can't. Not the best. It does accelerate us a bit, so well, not into this. We can Nahiri, then play a 1 drop. Suboptimal, but kind of necessary at this point. Opponent's gonna be dropping a 5 drop. Alternately, we could just drop a 5 drop of our own. Hope it, especially if our opponent cracking that. So let's see. This could also be Nissa mana. Okay, there's Nissa mana. Should we concede? Probably. But let's go for next. Let's see if we can. At this point, yeah, Nahiri is not gonna cut it. Yeah, if you see the synergy there, Usually the game ends at this point. So now he's not going to cut it. I'm going to try to drop a 5-drop, see what happens from there. Odds are not good, but we'll see. Okay, not good. So yeah, that's a very good time to concede at that point. Now, it may feel premature, but take note our opponents at 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, just wants a sacrificial swing with Land Storm, 8 mana. And last I checked, there are no duds at 8. The worst thing you're gonna get is no, it's not even the vanilla that's the worst thing that you could get. Okay, so we actually can live the dream. We at least have Nicol Bolas and Vrat. Actually, all our planeswalkers are alive, so you have to be very flexible here. More likely to play Kasmina over Vraska. Definitely want to lead on Swamps. Oh, Ugin too. So we're definitely ditching a planeswalker. I'm more likely to ditch Kasmina over Vraska because of the Scry. Also means I'm probably gonna play a 3 mana. Opponent doing us a little bit of a favor. Well, this could just be Time Raveler, so
Sorry I'm late.
I don't think leading on a well, we could lead on a creature just to make our opponent drop some, just to make our opponent tick down. So we're going to do just that. Okay, that does nothing. So if it might not even move our opponent to take down. So we now have 2 things to defend against.
I've done things I'm not proud of.
Don't worry, I got this.
So we actually have to play Kasmina. Okay, got an island that we don't actually need, so I'm gonna ditch them. I'm gonna ditch a land. So next turn, pass. Because our opponent's gonna bounce, he's gonna create 1. I need this token to block that token. We might not get Ugin, but we could get Obnixilis, which we'll just have to. No, we might not get Nicol Bolas. We have to aim for at least Obnixilis into Ugin. Might be a problem if our opponent's got the perfect Planeswalker curve. Thankfully, even if a Janyu comes, we can still block. Opponent's kind of forced to use Time Bender to get blockers out of the way, though. So I'm gonna trade. Then I'm going to use Obnixilis. I'm gonna sadly give our opponent a few cards, but it buys us a little extra time. Basically, we're just aiming the time setup. The caveat is we might. Okay, Samut's not gonna do it for us. It's not Black Man. Domri also not gonna do it for us. Sadly, gonna have to ditch Domri.
You and your world shall perish.
So we're kind of helping our opponent out a bit.
One can learn much from them. Suffer. Knowledge is not without pride.
So,
I am your inner deep.
what's Nicol let's see, there's no +2s unfortunately. Oh, he's got this one. Well, he's gonna help us out too.
History of this world
We
is
will lose a
one
planeswalker in the
of
process, which is kind of fine.
Turn back while you still can.
Sequencing is not. Sequencing was a bit eager. Yeah, this could have been sequenced slightly better. Not that it quite matters. Opponent's gonna give us some cards. Not the Jace we want, so we probably will ditch Jace. Actually, no. I'll just play the island first. If I don't draw a swamp.
I have a plan.
Suffer the
Now we'll lose a Planeswalker guaranteed regardless of which, but now we're dealing with a 4/4.
never cross me again.
I'm running out of room to store my trophies.
Kaya, but with not the right mana, so...
Knowledge is not without price.
Here's the thing. I could just play Ugin. Ugin kill Teferi. I could likewise just play Ugin, put something down, but but just dies immediately. I'm just gonna play a 6-drop. Let's see if we can get some nice combat triggers at least. Okay, we got something. So Planeswalker. Wait, so target an opponent and target a creature. So I can... I have to target Obnixilis. Then target up to one creature. Let's target this one there.
Your
So,
victory
well,
will be brief.
yeah, sometimes you have to do that. We will end up sacrificing... Well, it depends. If he attacks Kasmina... I guess we will end up sacrificing. Looks like Nicol Bolas kind of does it. We might have to... We can at least play Ugin just to kill Nicol Bolas, though we still have the problem of a 5/5 Vigilance Death Touch. So the thing is, we have ways to remove opponent. One's actually thinking. I'm hoping he actually, yeah, he uses the +1, which is what I hope for. So I will exile Samut.
I have witnessed enough destruction already.
Witness a mountain
Because this allows, depending on what, if he plays a 2-drop, and who he points this to.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
I'll protect you.
I have the means to snipe Nicol Bolas. Let's see if our opponent gets greed. I'm actually hoping it's actually logical. Oh, he didn't make the 2-drop.
I am your inner demon. I know more than you could learn.
Oh wait, no, that was a mistake.
Power itself serves me.
That's a very big mistake. We're now gonna lose Ugin. Oh no. That's a horrible misclick. We had the way to snipe Nicol Bolas. Now our opponent's just gonna tick this down, kill this guy. I probably should concede at this point. Yeah, that was a very bad mistake. I had to Ugin. What was I thinking? Well, we do have some outs if we can draw a black, preferably black mana, but white mana would be acceptable. Well, basically we just have ways to block. Our opponent can... Okay, opponent's taking time.
What an interesting creature.
His best bet is to nuke Ugin. There's really no reason not to. And yeah, at 6 Planeswalkers you have to start scrolling. So... Opponent is...
Defiance infuriate. You
Opponent's still taking a nickel bolas. He's probably going for the 8th dream. I don't think that's... I really don't think that's the correct play at all. That said, our opponent can snipe both of these. Let's see. That's correct. You...
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get burned?
So you get Angrat, but that doesn't do much. Actually, I'm really surprised our opponent did not nuke.
This might be a bad idea.
Yeah, this is actually quite weird. Okay, Zhang Yanggu.
Try not to think too
So first, let's not make that mistake again.
I can create or destroy.
I'm actually gonna play Angrat. Make a token.
Here be monsters.
Now the trick is, if for some reason our token stays alive, I can play Zhang Yanggu. I'm 1 mana short though. Let's just pass. I could actually swing with this one. Snipe. One place Brawl. Okay, it does give him a servo token, so that one's still situational. Though most likely he's just gonna keep scrying till Kingdom Come.
If I have to light the way, I will.
So definitely want to... Well, the scry is somewhat functional, but I'm still more likely to discard Ral. Though in our opponent's position, the correct discard is land. So all these planeswalkers, how am I gonna get past this? There's no Star of Extinction. Nukes Ugin, correct play, but at least we got rid of direct removal. Opponent still has a Teferi.
That's more like it.
So everything's a 2. The most I can do is snipe a Johnny, but even then, yeah, all he has to do is swing with this one. We all got Vigilance too. Takes another creature. Even more creatures. There is a 7-drop creature I could drop.
That tickle.
We'll see what happens. Because now Kaya doesn't cut it. I might just have to drop the 7-drop. That gives me some defense. For 1 turn. Actually, no, it doesn't. Our opponent can kill it right now. Yeah, once you get a good sequence, it's pretty much game over. What's actually drawing a lot of cards in the pack? What planes? Oh, he's got every planeswalker. There are 36 planeswalkers. We killed 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, how does this scroll? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's got 10 out of 36. How many did we have? Actually, not a bad pace. We had quite a bit also. We were just discarding quite a bit.
No problem. Fire can't solve.
Eureka! Sorry, I just realized something.
No, definitely not gonna take the -8.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
Yeah, I guess I will. I guess I'll concede this one. Well, 1 more drop. There is the one that wipes all X trees. It deals 3 damage to every creature. If I can get that, maybe. If not, I will concede. The alternate is 1, 3, 4, 5. If I get an 8, actually, yeah, I need to check. Is that 7 or an 8 mana drop? Here we go, land. So something like. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna play an 8 drop and see what happens. Possible the answer is a whole lot of nothing. Kaya doesn't solve it at this point. This also doesn't solve it at this point, so yeah. That's a good game. We had the better shot when we could have just eliminated it earlier. Well, let's keep on trucking. It's not that hard. So we did get one win, but we are struggling a little bit. We'll get there. So this one's praying for red mana, but between Domri and Nissa, I'm willing to risk keeping this. Red mana unlocks this, which unlocks this. Green mana unlocks Nissa by herself. Actually, who am I kidding? You don't really mulligan at all. But I would prefer either of those man. Like, well, there's our first dud. Well, actually, there are more 2-drops that produce mana than 1-drops at this point. So I guess that's a good reason why to risk the 2-drop. Not this one. Well, Great Creator is great as a constructed card. Okay, this one's not great at all. So there's a very good chance we're discarding Tamiyo. Tamiyo is actually good in getting planeswalkers that have died over time, so that's something to consider. Kiora, actually quite great in this format, if only to give you some form of acceleration. So definitely playing this. I will discard Tybalt first, because if I draw red mana, it would be to play Domri. If I draw blue mana, at least if I draw blue mana, I have the option for Tamiyo. Yeah, basically you play to as many outs as you can. Opponent's going for 5. This is also another scary sequence. Aside between Domri, Nissa, Kiora, Nissa is the second possible one. Thankfully, your opponent is dropping a 5-drop. And we probably have to just take damage. I'm actually just gonna hold back if our opponent holds. If our opponent holds back, I hold back. Yep. Another uncastable, so we're playing a 4-drop. Okay, not too bad. We can spend some time snipe Kiora. Really need that one more mana. Now we're not guaranteed it, so it does. So it adds some amount of how do you call this? Adds some amount of randomness. Now this is scary. This is some Liliana mana. I think the opponent's okay. Colossal Dreadwall. Now unfortunately, this guy's only gonna chump block at this point. I guess I will take the hit. Okay. Oh, natural. So definitely want to protect. In fact, I'm willing to sacrifice our planes because we have 7 mana now. Let's see. Do I hold everything back? Because this one has trample, this one has trample. I don't have to hold everything back because this does not have trample. Let's snipe Kiora.
Back to the depths.
Now, it does mean I will probably end up ditching Kaya. Well, the out... Okay, so these got first strike, so it's only gonna absorb damage, unfortunately. I need to protect Nissa because I need a 7-drop, and I don't think I'll get her a turn after that. Well, because the alternate plan, well, there's if this dies, there's no alternate plan. But our opponent's going for my face. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, let's just this. Yeah, let's take that one hit. If I drew red mana, played Domri, that would be... Oh yikes. We're probably not gonna make it. So let's just play a 7-drop. Torn Elemental.
Rise, my elemental friend.
So actually Torn Elemental, let's see. I don't know, Chase Wander instead. Yeah.
I must put you down with. I'll be.
If it had been anything else but Torn Elemental, maybe. So unfortunately, I will lose 2 lands. I will go down to 3. Good game at this point. Because it means I can only produce a 6-drop at this point. Not enough to snipe anything here. Well, 5-drop.
Behold, nature's
So
true
2,
power.
4, 6, 7 against 7-drop. Nope. It's a nice card, but not in this situation. So again, still having difficulties. Yeah, you want to have the better Planeswalkers combo. If you don't get it, be prepared to concede earlier. At least you maintain your sanity that way. We're not that far into it so far. Do I really? It'd be actually humiliating if it turns out that it'll take me a long while just to get more wins. But let's keep going at it. It's not that bad. Okay, so here's our plan. We do have a turn 2 Jiang. Narset digs us into a Planeswalker. At least we have so basically we have card fodder, so definitely gonna lead on forest first. So forest into island. 1-drop. I guess that's okay as a 1-drop. I will probably the white. Hey, block. What's this? Lands in the battlefield you can't play land cards from graveyards. Okay, so this nukes some late game strategies. Vigilance. Okay, we Jiang wrecks this one. Unfortunately, it means Jiang dies next turn. I could likewise play Huatli, but then he dies. No, we'll play Jiang. Get our token. Opponent should take the... Well, this guy can block, actually. But he should take the opportunity to attack with everything. We could opt to play Huatli. At least it virtually buffs his power by 1. I probably just discard Karn first for a 4-drop. Then maybe consider Huatli. Adeliz. Well, definitely taking out Relentless Raptor because that's mandatory. Yeah, it's a bit of a conceit that yeah, there is some conceit there, but having Adeliz at least allows him for damage. So yeah, I'll play black first. Let's drop our 4-drop. This one's a dud, but at least blocks this. So we can kind of race right now. I suppose I should keep the Huatli option open. Ooh, definitely keeping the Huatli option.
You realize I do not stand.
Opponent might actually consider... If he ticks down, he swings with this...
Back,
He might not swing with either. We'll see, because if he swings with one, he's in for a surprise. Oh, he swings with neither. Let's put him in for a surprise anyway.
I have come to help. Life restored.
Now, our opponent could surprise us by choosing not to block at all. Well, it's a surprise either way. So Narset actually draws us in... Well, not necessarily. It's possible we whiff. And this is a very thick deck, so it's possible to whiff. Definitely. So unless our opponent gets some... Get something with reach or flying, we're gonna snipe a Johnny. Try to snipe a... Yeah, we can snipe a Johnny. Opponent's probably deciding if he's gonna just drop the 5-drop and tick him down. We might end up just going for the 6-drop. Going for the 5-drop. Loses Angrath. No, that's relatively okay. Yeah, he's gonna tick it up just to protect. We could play Tybalt. Who am I kidding? Let's play 6-drop. Wait, cancel that. That's supposed to be a 6, not 5. Yeah, I need to replace the mouse. And let's ditch Narset. Flying. Okay, I guess that does something. I can take it down anytime. I'm going for Nissa, so this is so I probably should take down Nissa first.
Now do you
Might...
see the benefits of peace?
Yeah, I have to take... I could take Ajani first, so...
The land shall conquer you.
Let's see. Take Nissa first. Or just play Ugin. Buy some time. I'm gonna take Ajani down first. At least as long as the lands remain 3/3s, I can defend. And taking up Ugin's correct here because our opponent will have 2 3/3s on hit with haste. So my play might actually be just chump block, take down Ugin, nuke Nissa, leave Deathless Ancient behind for blocks. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our opponent could tap everything, 8 mana. He's actually deciding if you want.
Harness the elements.
very inefficient, if you ask me. If anything about this format, it teaches us that there are more efficient ways to do things. I guess it teaches us sequencing. So if our opponent was planning to drop something big, okay, this does not scare. Well, this is more likely to scare me. Well, I'm definitely protecting Ugin at this point.
This means nothing in the grand scheme.
So that's another card I can ditch. In fact, I could sequence Sahili, Tibalt, have another blocker. Unfortunately, I can't. Okay, so let's snipe Nissa first before this gets out of hand.
Bathe in ghost fire.
So play Sahili, play Tibalt. So makes goes. I'll hold her ability, but I'm not holding his. We need as many blockers as possible, so pass. So our opponent's back down to 6 mana. And 6 means he's down 2 attackers, so it's actually very good for us. Oh, he's going down to 4. Ooh, that's nice. So we're gonna lose. So this actually that was a very big deal. We're gonna lose several planeswalkers. So which one do we protect? Okay. That's actually fine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So okay, let's play Ashiok. Gets us another tick down. Tibalt.
My assistants are painfully slow.
That's plus.
Secrets manifest before you.
Let's mess with our opponent. Ooh, nice pulls. Nice pulls. Can't cry about spilt milk there. Now, I will play a tree drop here. We want to get as many creatures down as possible, especially if our opponent is... Ooh, nice. Put up on each of up to 2... Well, there's only one legal target. Nope, no one has haste, so we'll pass. So slightly defended, and I could actually mess our opponent up. Convert the servo into a. Okay. Yeah, raid really messes with things. Let's see our opponent attacks. Our opponent's kind of priced into attack. Well, maybe not, but if our opponents really should be dropping 6 drops at this point. If he's never gonna attack with these guys, he might as well just cash them in to get a better drop. Okay. So he's cashing them all on Ugin. 1 on Huatli. Huatli. Okay, so let's do that block. So I get Samut, and I get to ping the mountain. So yeah, that he should have been attacking earlier. Once this came out, that well, yeah, interesting thing is now I can let some of my planeswalkers die. I could cast Tamio, return target card. Jiang or Narset. No, I could just cast Samut just to get something beefy out. No, first, keep making tokens. Let's keep Ugin as live for as long as possible.
Lies beyond vision.
True heretics will feel the bite of my blades. The seeds will never be rewarded.
Yeah, we'll keep the swamp. Who knows? We might draw. Okay. Let's mess our opponent up even more, though. Yeah. Well, hitting Dovin's actually good.
This outcome surprises even me.
No, this is not invincible, but at least we could protect most of our stuff. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna keep making... I could... Yeah. It takes it up to a 1-3, but that's okay. Karn the Great Creator... Yeah, that does nothing because there's no sideboard in this format. We're expecting some very, very angry comments on Facebook. It's not new. Many people have complained about it. You have to remember, every game in Arena is considered a tournament game. This is not casual. You're not getting anything from your collection. Your sideboard is your outside the game. I guess it would be interesting to... No, the reason why we've never mentioned sideboard is... We have to go back... It goes all the way back to our old roots. Back in the days when we still played in kitchen tables, the idea of... The idea of all these constructed and tournament rules were still a pipe dream away. So definitely gonna lead on blue. I really want white because it enables Teferi and Ajani. Am I willing to play Davriel? In this case, I'm more willing to ditch Davriel because I would rather play Vraska. Let's ditch Davriel. Opponent has a tree drop. Hey, don't laugh. This thing can become scary when it dies. So probably just make sure it doesn't die right now. In fact, because of this, let's play a tree drop. I will discard Dovin. It's the one I'm not a fan of, but everyone else is kind of defensive. Well, I guess I could just wait for Teferi Time Raveler. Opponent's discarding Planeswalkers. Okay, sure. Got the double green. I'll hold it up. No, I could play Vraska. It just gets sniped by Joyous Familiar. Let's just play another creature. Okay, I'm gonna take a clutch and discard the forest. Now, I will eventually swing into this board, it's just not now. Oh, hey, it actually combos. He's probably gonna start making tokens. Yep, that's correct. Thankfully, I can block them. Okay, there's our white mana, so what we're gonna do is cash in on Time Raveler.
Let's try this.
Start hurting Ugin a little bit. At least if he has to remove something, it'll cost Ugin. Am I willing to ditch Tibalt just to make a 2-drop? No, let's wait. Opponent's now in 6-drop territory. So hopefully it's not something too big. For each non-to... Okay. Okay, kind of a dud. Nicely sarcastic, admittedly. Well, the one thing is it does protect these guys for a turn. So I'm gonna have to... I might actually play Tibalt after all. At least I get a triggered ability out of that. Why am I not playing a Johnny yet? You ask?
Until someone gets hurt. My friend is here to help you.
I don't think it's the right time yet. It is the right time to play another 3-drop.
I've got it.
Yeah, I have to be careful with these clicks. I'm very thankful that Arena now asks a lot more questions. Sure, it requires more clicks, but prevents accidental chaos. I will discard Vraska's Swarm because I'm gonna go Ajani next turn. Oh, and land? Okay, land. Ruin Raider's very good in this format. Probably should not sacrifice power less than Lina's power gain. So basically all these guys can become indestructible. Ooh, nice. So with this combo, our opponent could snipe. Yeah, I might as well sacrifice. It's kind of poor, but might as well.
Back to the woods.
That said, we need help to remove it. Okay, opponent is taking time. So definitely ticking down. Ticking up.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Ticking up even further. I probably will ditch Ashiok here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is our poor way of taking down Ugin temporarily. So I'm not casting that. Ditching Ashiok here. Okay. Huh? Okay. So decline because we don't have that planeswalker. Let's see if opponent's probably incentivized to hit Ruin Raider. We're gonna keep getting a card advantage that way. It's only a matter of time before we hit 10 mana, and so I can take down Ajani one more time. Take up Teferi to probably... We can't get rid of these. We can get rid of this. Yeah, probably...
Truth lies beyond vision.
All things considered, I'm surprised our opponent hasn't swung in yet. Wander. So that can nuke one of our creatures. Yeah, this is the correct one to remove.
Let's cut you down to size.
Though you could easily, well, not with Jaya. Jaya can snipe Niambi. But we're in a case where, as long as these keep ticking up, we're in trouble. I guess my best bet is to get rid of Lena. Okay. Ooh. This is also nasty. Now, prevent all non-combat damage, so... This doesn't do anything until we get rid of the Wanderer, so... Yeah, I have to take down first.
We're not destined.
Because that's the only way this take up survives. Now, no damage will be dealt, but I will gain life, so that's still something. And I guess I can make a 4-drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's make a 4-drop. Wrath. So now the gates have been slightly opened. Yeah, oh, going after Ajani first. I personally would have gone after Teferi. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. Yeah. 8 is a problematic number. That said, I have the means to snipe this one. Then I can snipe Jaya. Then... Or should I snipe Ugin first? Well, that depends what our opponent does with Ugin. I would not be surprised if... Well, no, I will be surprised if our opponent decides to sack his 2 planeswalkers for this and this. Doesn't feel quite equitable. We did not lose Tamio yet, so there is still that option. Opponent? Yeah, I'll admit this is very hard. That's probably the correct play. Ooh. You will lose some you'll still lose creatures. In fact, what I can do is I can just block with these 2 to snipe the Wanderer. Okay, never mind.
The bigger they are,
Kinda late to the party. So let's see. Tanya, di si Betsy, diba? Pwede. Baka kung bossim yan, no? Oh. Okay, sige. Okay, we're definitely gonna lose Teferi here, but my goal is to snipe this guy. Use these triggers. Snipe. And snipe. Opponent gets some cards back. Got our own Ugin. So first, Snipe Jaya.
Only when the world's ending again.
Next, Snipe Ugin.
You have erred.
Okay, then after that, cast Ugin. Generate our own positive value. Opponent could easily drop another boar again. That's my concern. 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. 9 mana. Okay, that's Zakama mana. I'm hoping he goes for it because at least I get one shot with Ugin.
Secrets manifest before you.
Ooh, that is a Kama mana, so that's a problem. Thankfully, our opponent... Okay, opponent's going for Ugin. Okay, no. Yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice Ugin. Probably will not take... Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go for our own 9. So I'm gonna sacrifice our Ugin. Snipe their Ugin. Ping our opponent. And play a 9-drop. So we got our own Zakama, so we can snipe. So our opponent's gonna start going for great impervious great worms. We'll probably just have to start hitting our. We could start sniping these smaller guys. Did he go for 10? Yeah, he's going for 10s. We can't go for 10s at this point. Gotta go for our own 9s.
What a mess I've made.
If I play the 10 game, I'm going to be behind 110. I guess I can go for it. I kind of wish this was red mana, but that's okay. Because this is one turn where I can snipe, gain life, gain life. Opponent's played 11 mana. Let's see if our... Thank you, Niambi. You did your best. No, it's indestructible. We need bounce. Unfortunately, that's Teferi Time Raveler. Exile also works, so that would be the Wanderer, Nicol Bolas. Yeah, because we lost Ugin already. Yep, Skyzone, Nicol Bolas. So we could snipe our Zakam, which means we should start sniping these in response. At least if he snipes Zakama, we can snipe Nicol Bolas. It's gonna be a tough one. If he goes after, if he makes us exile. Okay, he's going for that. Okay, so now we can go for 10s, and we're only one behind. Actually, we're not that far behind, actually. We can just... In fact, Soren can snipe Nicol Bolas. And we can start generating our own Great Worms. Okay, gains him some life. So it begins. Opponent's probably incentivized to start swinging with everything. If you're only gonna battle with these, it's a losing battle. I'm probably just priced in to make more worms. And okay, so once it's your turn, so that's okay. I gain 3 life a turn. Our opponent's priced into try to search for a way to get rid of this flyer. 10 is not gonna do it. 7 mana, 8, 9. 9 would do it if you're digging Versakama. Unfortunately, 9 is not a guaranteed Sakama at this point. And so I'm now at the point where yeah, I can block one worm, I can eat anything else. If he tries to kill this one, that's perfect. It's perfectly fine. I mean, I will eventually outpace our opponent in terms of worms. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That gets you a worm, and that's it. Okay, he gets a comma, so he can snipe. He can snipe our flyer.
Unfortunately for you, we meet in battle. I wither.
Draws 2 cards. Takes him down to 2.
I am your energy.
And next turn he goes down to 1. And I don't even have to attack. So he needs to answer both Obnixilis, Sorin, and the worms. Time Traveler, that answers 1 worm.
Right on schedule.
Because Time Raveler does not bounce Planeswalkers. I'm actually surprised you did not bounce one of the worms first.
I've got you.
That said, he could have a Planeswalker kill, but what would that be? 4, 6, 7. You've already used up Ugin, right? Yeah, you don't have Ugin. You got... Okay, Dovin, so he can use this to protect himself.
Anyone would be so foolish
Nice.
pursuing creativity. Defy convention.
So he's bought himself some time until this one ticks down. So I'm going to have to race him on worms. Wait, that's... Okay, I apologize to our opponent. I did not expect to draw Tamio. Return.
Like waxes and wanes.
Davriel. Sorry, this one's just to...
I'm mysterious, refined.
Yeah, good game.
Vampirism is a useful trait.
Yeah, that one was just to rub it in. I'm very sorry.
All I've left
But hey, we finally did make our we made our 15 wins. So for those that are complaining, don't give up. You will. There's still plenty of days. As the time of this recording, you got 4 more days left. You should be able to hit your 15 wins. Well, but anyway, that's it. It's pretty exciting at that. So that's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on notifications and whatnot. This one's gonna be another bonus video. Next up, again, as I said, we will see another constructed video. I can't wait to get back to those. And until then, thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time.